couldn't work their way out of that Swiss stage.
There we go, some defending now for Toxic, who sends the ball away. Oxygen starting to warm up. Here it does come Joyo, a man whom, as I said in the little pre-show, or the elongated pre-show we had, I'm still somewhat frustrated at, but I'm sure he's going to score 100 goals today to compound that. There's Kyle Walker in position for once, unlike his real-life namesake. Am I right, Stumpy?
Very
Cole
good.
Palmer puts the backboard.
Plays for Chelsea, does Cole Palmer.
That's good knowledge,
And Kyle
bro.
Walker, Manchester City.
You are very knowledgeable.
Thank you very much. Very much.
Continue to be proud of you and all your endeavours. Seen much from Oxygen? Say they're going to win this first game?
I mean, I feel like seeing as I had Archie / Palmer, I actually don't know who is who, but Kyle Walker says nice shot in chat as Palmer takes it up the sidewall and then dribbles it home.
Mate, I would put 50 quid on that being Oski and not Archie.
Why? Because it was good.
No, because it was in a Fennec, obviously.
Unlike Kyle Walker, who's in the Octane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was driving about the slowmobile in the grand finals. Am I right? Anyway, why are they reminding us of this? Come on, here is Archie. we'll get used to this. To the ceiling he goes. Toxic with a good catch. Sends it out wide again. Look at Toxic go. It's impressive, isn't it, how these players can just go from their own backboard, send it all the way down the other side of a cheeky flick reset in between.
Been very impressed so far with how often have started to come back into this game, despite having quite a lackluster minute and a half, 2 minutes to start it off. On the other side, though, Endpoint, they got that lead, couldn't quite hold onto it. Shame for them, but they did get completely outplayed, and it was a very good play to work it through their defense. Nothing to be ashamed about. Toxic now sending it low into the corner. Palmer takes it up above one ceiling again. Who's going to be there next? Joyo taps it down and backwards. Kyle Walker on target, sends it home.
That is just a classic Kyle Walker finish, isn't it? He's
Kyle
waiting
Walker.
there. Joyo does a beautiful little twirly whirl to send it back to him. Kyle Walker says, yeah, I'll put it top corner. Job done, 2-1. Well, I say job done, they're 2-1 up. But, like, you know, job more done, 2-1. Oxygen.
A lot of teams, I think, would lose it at 2-1. I can't think which other team lost it at 2-1, involving Kyle Walker and Cole Palmer. But it's fine.
Offside. Here's Joyo. He sends it over the top. Kyle Walker's coming in. He's going to wait. He's going to wait his turn. He's going to go up. He's taken out the game. Toxic doing all sorts of work right now for Team Endpoint, and Arju nips in there ahead of the Oxygen defense. So Endpoint still trying to outpace Oxygen. Not showing them any signs of respect. You can't do that when you're up against a team that's rated more highly than you are. I feel like everything I'm saying, I'm not meaning it to be salty about the Euros, but everything I'm saying, I'm thinking that could be taken as being, I mean, you should play better when you're up against a team higher rated than you are. Do you know what I mean? And that wasn't. That was just Rocket League, but it's also true.
What is Rocket League if not the Euros finals 2024 between England and Spain, eh?
Here's Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker absolutely flubs it. Haven't we seen that one before?
Why have they done this to us? Oh, why have they done this to
We
us?
just needed to put Joyo in for Kane and we might have had a chance.
Oh, man, if Kane had Joyo's mechanics, if Kane had Joyo's pace, I genuinely back Joyo to beat Harry Kane in a foot race of, like, you know, 100 metres. That's in.
That's in. That's no problem as well. Toxic receiving it from quite an awkward touch in the back corner from Kyle Walker. Doesn't get anything on it. Joyo pinching it straight back towards the net. Toxic can tap it home, no problem. 24 seconds and an Endpoint equaliser.
Toxic taps it. Yeah, good little first game, this. 4 goals. Well, we get a 5th in regulation. It's a decent kickoff from Joyo. Might nip in there ahead of Mitane. Not quite able to. So in storms Kyle Walker. Fails of his pinch, so it's Arju's turn this time up against Palmer. 10 in the centre, Toxic waiting for the ball, but Joyo's going to beat him all ends up. It's a clean touch, but only as far as Toxic. Still on the push right now. Our team Endpoint, Mitane's coming in, but it's saved.
Overtime in game number 1. Extra time, potentially. Arju actually sending it towards Mitane. Isn't able to get it past Palmer in the defensive position. That sums up Southgate's tactics to a T, putting someone in the wrong place. Palmer, though, up towards the ceiling, gets a pinch. Very nicely done, and a near own goal between Mitane and Toxic.
Wow. Absolute scenes. Here comes Joyo. Kyle Walker's heading back. We'll have an own goal. Almost. Cole Palmer tackled by Toxic there. Joyo's got no boost. Arju is faked out by Joyo. Great play from him. So Kyle Walker can tee up Cole Palmer. Mitane sends it along. If they change their names again, by the way, I'm going to be livid. I bet they're planning to.
Oh, I hope they are. I hope we get ourselves a stunner like that from Pix Oxford and Mainu. That's what I want game number 2. 34 seconds in, though. Toxic is going to be able to capitalize on the demo flying through. Joyo, congratulations in the chat. Great bump, space,
Great
exclamation
bump.
mark.
Space.
A little space in there. And Endpoint CEX, game number 1.
Kyle Walker says, football's coming home again. And then Kyle Walker says, one more game. So all sorts of banter going on. I wonder if it is the new meta to change your name after every game. Oh, boo! Boo, the admin saying normal names, please.
We probably can't boo that.
Admin.
We probably can't boo that.
Great thing to say, admin.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, admin. Kyle Walker has said that is his real name. So I think we're going to be seeing, and Cole Palmer has said Palmer is a real player. I don't think that's what they're arguing, either Oski or Archie. Either way, Endpoint taking game number 1 against, to be fair, an Oxygen that, as we said, were one of the teams rather that we thought were going to be coming through and winning the entire event over in London.
What did you think of your MVP, Archie? Your future MVP?
Archie wasn't in that game. It was Kyle Walker.
What do you think of his performance?
I thought Kyle Walker was brilliant. I thought he did a great job.
Because I thought he was atrocious. I thought he was responsible for both goals. That's what I thought.
I thought he did his best. And you know what? What more can we ask from him? Getting paid that amount. What more can we ask from him? Turning his back to the play and then running out in no man's land, eh?
He's like, but I'm really quick. But you're not that quick,
fast
are you?
and so fast. You're not as fast as him, are you, Walker? Maybe
You're not
being
as
a
fast
better
as the ball
position
being
power.
crossed in.
Yeah, probably not. We're not running at 50 miles an hour, are you, Kyle Walker?
Anyway, Oski Palmer waits underneath this ball, and Joyo, he's a good boy. Joyo's like, I didn't change my name, admin, sir. My name is my real name. I'm a good boy.
I'd love if he actually, his last name, unfortunately it's not, was actually the name like Pickford or something. Or Kobe Mainu.
Joyo Pickford does sound like a character in Brummy Gangster Show.
It really does. Brummy Gangster Show. Yeah, I know Brummy Gangster Show, and that is a dunk and a half. Palmer on the goal line. Toxic now taking it to the back corner. Chance to get it central, unfortunately not. And Palmer continues to chase it with Walker on his heels. Defensively, how's he going to be? Sends it long. Actually takes a shot from his own back corner.
He is Toxic in the corner. Toxic's been all sorts of involved. Been impressive him so far for Team Endpoint. I'd say he's the player that's really stepping forward the most. Oski Palmer wraps around that ball, but Matein's going to beat Archie Walker to it. Oski Palmer's hovering about. Joyo is just waiting. Is Joe going to come in on his 100 boost as he always wants to be? This is that moment. It's a little touch and then pre-flip into the ball to send it to the corner. Oski's almost getting a touch there. And now Joyo has 0 boost. It's the opposite of 100. At least in Rocket League terms. And he concedes because of it. There you go. Another open goal.
And good positioning from Toxic too to push himself forward. But Joyo with none. I think a little bit irresponsible to go for it. And a demo on the back from Arju, I believe it was, completely opens it up. Right now, Endpoint. I think the favourite team, I'm putting fear into the bodies of Walker and Palmer.
They're looking at a better team. They're just waiting for Auction to run out of puff pretty much and then just scoring an open goal against them. Counter-attacking plays are devastating against the OXG lads. They've really struggled to step up to their heady heights of open qualifier number 5, I think it was, when they got to the grand finals. You can tell I've done my research. Here is Archie Walker, sending that one around the corner. Matane waiting for him. Good little challenge there from Archie Walker. Archie can take it away. Yeah, it's looking fairly comfortable for Endpoint.
And so far, yeah, I mean, Toxic also trying to go for the attack against that final player. And actually, Arju coming through when he was the final man. An utterly brave play from Endpoint, not just waiting for counterattacks.
The slow ball, the bouncer, just rolling its way in. Happy days there for Arju. I like that smart finish. Yeah, I mean, I always like a different sort of shot into the corner. It doesn't always have to be 100 miles per hour. It can sometimes just be a little bouncer, a little slow roller, a P roller.
It's also, like I said, very brave for him to attack it. I mean, Arju, I feel like a little bit earlier on might have sat back very fairly. I think turning back on that, you've already got the lead, it's fine. But yeah, great idea for him to push up, realizing that he can actually beat out that final defender. Palmer stays on it, takes it away from Walker, but Joyo's there, does manage to maintain that control.
They're all up, all three of them. There was 2 players going for a free jump. And then there was Joyo, I think, on the side. It was like, do you know what? I'll attack still. We need one more attacker. Chuck another pepper in the pot, and I'll be it. Here's Toxic. Retain's already up. Oh, almost. What's up, mate?
There's a pepper in the pot.
Yeah, more peppers in the pot.
God.
What? Why? What? You're a cook. What have you got against peppers in the pot?
Don't call me that. You don't know my personal life. 3 goals for Endpoint. Sent long from Matchday as well. Actually meets up with CeX midfield and beats out everybody in CeX. Tell you what, right position, right time, 3 goals in a row.
Wow. Oh, I thought you meant for CeX, but RG got one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really made that sound as if CeX had scored a hat-trick. I was impressed. But now I am unimpressed all over again. Impress me, Toxic. Score a hat-trick if you can. It's like going up to a comedian and saying, oh, say something funny. Say something funny, Stumpy.
Tell me a joke. I don't know.
It's tough, isn't it?
Sorry. Let you
We
down
haven't all
there.
got it, mate. Go on, tell me to say something funny.
I'll say something funny. Comedian.
No.
Oh, fair
You
enough.
just refuse. And if you refuse, you retain the power.
It's very true. Very true. And Palmer actually taking it through, bodying one. Walker then tries to find his way in. Palmer can't bump one apart from Walker. They're absolutely chest into each other. CeX goes for one block and retains there. Palmer again. Defense. Endpoint. Gosh, what a team. What a performance so far this has been. A 3-0 stonking in game number 2.
What an organ. This is the first of 2 times that these 2 teams will play
Home
in
and
league
away.
play as well. But you do not want to start with a loss. You certainly don't want to start with a big old loss that knocks your confidence, as CeX almost does what I demanded of him and gets himself not just a hat-trick, but an incredibly spicy hat-trick against all 3 peppers in the pot.
Every player from Oxygen found their way up there. Matchday with a complete miss. Archie. Oh my word! Walker, Palmer and Joyo, the dream team, couldn't sink an opener.
Oh, they were all there. They just got in each other's way. Tripped over each other's feet. That was a thing of beauty. I'd love to see that. I don't know if the in-game camera was from an Oxygen player's
Please
perspective.
give us that replay.
Yeah.
Like, slow it down. Give it to us in multiple angles. Everything you can for that replay.
I feel like there's only one song that would go over the top of that replay, and it's... It's the only one that suits it.
And 3-0 as well for Endpoint. They've been very strong in this game. Toxic on an
Hat-trick.
open net once more. 3 for him. I called it early, but he takes it with 24 remaining.
Lovely. I love that flick from Arju as well. That's a very cheeky one. And then Toxic does the simplest job in the world. After Arju's good work, the Italian setting up the Englishman. Bish bash bosh. It's 4-0. 4.
4 for NDP. Not the NDP of the ND series just yet, though. I feel like Oxygen, they've not actually shown what they need to. I feel like there's definitely that air of they're being a little bit silly and they're messing around. It's a mid-season tournament, and when we're taking it as seriously, it's still like 20 grand, lad. Like, there's still a lot on 9 grand over in Europe. Like, there's a lot going on that you can still end up winning here. Yes, it's a lot of league play, but you got to start it strong. And Endpoint, they are the better team by a decent margin.
A very decent margin, yeah. And it's 9 grand for the winners. It's 20 grand overall prize pool. $9,000 if you win this one. That's 3 grand each by my maths. You know, Chuck Snasky, like, you know, a delicious burger meal or something from a fast food restaurant to thank him. But yeah, basically try and win is what I'm saying. So it's like, you know. But maybe Endpoint are just playing all over him.
I do think though, yeah, like Endpoint, even if Oxygen do start playing properly, whatever, like Endpoint are still better. Like they're still being the better team in this situation. Yes, you've not got Worlds to play for. You're not practicing for that. Over in North America, there are a few more stakes in terms of you have got your G2s, you have got your Gen Gs over there. They are going to be appearing over at the World Championships. But this is still very good practice here in Europe for Oxygen. Decent chunk of change in the off-season. Yeah. I think if you're Oxygen, you know, come through. And it is 2-0, by the way, on the graphic. It should be 2-0 for Endpoint. Endpoint, better team right now.
Yeah, in pretty much every way. I think this all started that last game when Oxygen gave away one little silly goal. And then I do sense Oxygen are like, you know, vibe playing. They're not that bothered, which is fine. It's up to them, ultimately. Do you know what I mean? If they want to come in here and sort of have a laugh, then good luck to them. I'd like to see them really turn on the style and not triple commit an open goal and miss because of it. But
that
do you know
was
what?
Outrageous.
Entertaining as well. So what do I know? I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time.
I'm having a great time. It's what mid-season tournaments are about, my man. Brother man, my friend. my acquaintance, my colleague. Like, you've got to have a lot of these little moments that, you know, in between the incredibly serious nature of majors, of world championships, and I like seeing all these different teams competing as well. So we get to see just a little flavour of what to look forward to for the next season, which players then end up looking out for. But Walker going central, finds Palmer, muscles it through. Second in the road for Palmer. First one versus Spain, second versus Oxygen.
They're back, baby. They are back. Look at that beautiful 50-50 game. Oski Palmer cannot be stopped. Stares down the barrel of the goalkeeper. Slots away the penalty. Oxygen are coming home.
Yeah, no problem for them. And Joy wants to chase this too. Actually slows it down. Puts the brakes on. Matane, he managed to see exactly what was happening. And now Toxic removes Oski Palmer completely from the play. Arju can't flick it round one. And Matane with complete control and a lot of boost. Challenged by Joyo, but does outplay him.
She's going to have to keep an eye on Toxic here. Toxic has been my personal MVP. I think he's been at the heart of everything good that Endpoint has done. Arju's mechanics were certainly, I would say, a difference maker in that last game, but when it comes to 4 goals, it's more of a team thing, I feel, generally. But certainly a step up here from Oxygen. They're looking a bit more like their old selves. Still not terrifying, and Endpoint is certainly matching them moment to moment. But Oxygen look a lot more dangerous. They are capable of breaking through Endpoint's mighty defense. Yeah, they might just be thinking, all right, now we turn on the style. But to be honest, Endpoint, they're going to have a lot more than just you having to turn on the style. Toxic and Arju both getting in touch. Save any blushes for Endpoint. Ooh, it's a shot again. It's more good pressure from Oxygen Esports. So sends it back towards Oski Palmer. They're finding each other again now, but Matane ain't letting that happen. Charging forward for Team Endpoint. Oski sends it long. Matane just does a little spin in the middle. It's a good play. Lovely tee up for Arju. Matane has another chance. He fakes it out instead for Toxic. Not quite on the same level. Now it's Oski Palmer up against Toxic. Gets the beautiful dunk. Is it going to be 2?
Just go above 1, but Walker using all of his boost to get it just away from the goal. Way back corner, approaching that halfway mark. Matane has to shadow him back, but now Joyo, low boost, tries to go for that musty. Can't get too much from it, and then Walker to the backboard.
Better play from Oxygen, much more impressive. Endpoint, though, you got to say, Stumpy, they've set their own game up. You know, they've dealt with this up of gear that Oxygen are chucking at them. They're dealing with the fakes. They're completely low on boost, though. Very starved at the moment. Trying to still make the most of the opportunities they do have. Look at Toxic, nothing. Look at Arju, nothing. And taken out as well. Matane has 100, but has no angle to play with. All he can do is send it to the side, which is precisely what Archie Walker and Oski Palmer, the dream team, wanted. Here is the former. Oski Palmer charged out by Toxic. Again, Toxic is blocking them out every time they're trying to come forward. Bump him, bump him. Nice, get him.
Brilliant shot. Like, little shot towards target. Just knows, I'm sure, that the call came through that he can bump. Toxic, his positioning is absolutely ideal. Walker stays still on the goal line. Shot. And then gets sent completely out the way. An equalizer again for NDP.
And generally, historically in this series at least, when they've got an equalizer, they're pushed on further. Oh, the demos. Toxic has Arju in the centre. Matane comes in. Well saved by Archie Walker, but it's not going to matter. Toxic prods home. Walker
off the goal line. Incredibly close play from him. But it was the beat out from Toxic to then get another touch central with it. He got the demo when it was on the floor too. Completely shook Oxygen's defense. And now they have a goal to the good.
Keep on pushing, don't they? They keep on charging down. Lovely play yet again from Endpoint. It could be 3. Save there from Joy. I wasn't sure if there was a goalkeeper there. Thankfully for Oxygen, there was. Dangerous times for Oxygen. Last chance maybe to step right up. Archie gets it towards Oski. He shoots Matane. Wonder save. Joy's going to have a shot here. No, maybe. Arju doesn't let him again. And Endpoint, when they're having to defend, they're doing so heroically.
It's finally on target.
Sure.
Yeah, you sort of set that up for a whole, you set up like a whole heroic thing, like a nice big like chance. And then it just sort of, finds its way in. That's a combined 200 boost between both defenders. It still went home.
Yeah, that's the question really. When you got 2 defenders on 100 boost each, just watch it go in. That's the way.
Probably.
Europe, baby.
And now that equaliser is going to be igniting Oxygen just a little bit. Opportunity again for them to go central with it, but Palmer has to shy away from the ball. Same, blocking nicely. Again towards the backboard. And I feel like every time Endpoint They have a little bit of pressure going forward. They are then moving forward with it. They're not just like shying away. They're continuing on low boost, but Joyo's on low boost himself now, as is Palmer. Palmer has to send it back towards every single player on Oxygen, having under 20 each.
Another demo again. Endpoint has certainly realized Oxygen aren't fans of being taken out of the game. I guess who is, but specifically demos are incredibly effective. Arju has the flip reset mechanics. He gets there, almost got the double tap.
That's nice.
Not quite to be on that occasion. Good little prod though from Matane. Toxic comes in, not the best shot, a little bit central. A nice height for the goalkeepers. Does at least get a demo on his way out, but Arju can't do anything with the resultant play. Archie in the corner, sends it as far as he can. Arju though, is the only player there waiting for that one. Toxic up against Joyo. Joyo has to get something on the ball and can't do it. At least forced. Now he has boost. Pre-flips into it. Matane watches Arju get the ball to the side. There'll be one more chance. Could be the killer here from Endpoint if they can get it. If the doink is on, it is. Oh, that's too heavy. He's jumped too early. And he's dodged.
He's dodged. Yeah,
I literally would have scored that.
Bit of an awkward one for him to try and doink, though. It was coming at quite a high angle. He could have just... You're telling me you could have got a little skimmer with that?
I'd have scummed that, yeah.
You're telling... Oh, yeah, I know you would have scummed it, but would you have skimmed it?
Yeah, mate, I would have. Here's Matane anyway. Trying to make up for his teammate's mistake from earlier. Almost gets the bump on Oski Palmer. Oski Palmer, not quite on that occasion.
Stop.
It's football, isn't it? That's how they talk, footballers.
John Terry, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Here's Matane. He gets a touch. Is that an insult or
I don't
a joke or
know.
a compliment?
You're saying football stuff, and I'm just about hanging on.
You're doing really well, man. That's how I feel every time Johnny talks about Rocket League.
Chance though for Palmer. Go towards the backboard, but Matane's blocking him out nice and early. Joyo backboard. Who's up to challenge him? It is going to be Arju on that occasion. A minute near enough has elapsed. Nothing happening too hardly so far. Two players committing now on the backboard. He's going to get a little bit in the way of Arju too. I think we're seeing Endpoint get a little bit out of their depth when this sustained offense is flying up against them.
Yeah, you can still tell that Oxygen have got, another couple of gears to go into should they really want to. I'm not sure that Endpoint have the same. I feel like Endpoint right now are playing at maximum capability, whereas Oxygen are still, there's still that part of them that's like, let's just, enjoy ourselves for a bit of a laugh. Endpoint are still dangerous in these individual moments, and they get the ball when they have control. They are capable of brute forcing their way past the Oxygen defense as Matane tries to tee up his teammate. Not quite going to happen there. Joe sets up Archie Walker. It's the back ball. It's falling down. It's Archie Walker again. Matane, lovely touch towards Toxic.
Yeah, it was a nice turn too, just like making sure that he stays in a decent position. That's going opposite behind Matane. Couldn't do anything. Caught on the goal line. Toxic's going to be the saviour of Endpoint so far. Minute 40 in this third game. Endpoint on that series point to win it all. Goes along with Archie having to stretch to make contact. Archie has to make some contact here himself to the ceiling. Not enough beams on it to send it down quick enough for Palmer.
This one is going to be Archie Walker, 306.
Oh, crumbs. Okay, it's going to be a Toxic 247.
That's a terrible prediction.
Okay.
Ball goes up towards Arju. He gets into the centre. Joyo is there. Matane's flying away to nobody's business. Joyo can kill it here. 2:12 on the clock. Toxic saves it. Going to be a Toxic own goal. Oski Palmer here tries to kill it. 2:16. Exactly what I said, baby.
Palmer 216. Clip it, everybody. Cole said that. And Oxygen, game number 1. Finally for them, falling into their pockets. But they now need to win 2 more in a row to go up against Endpoint's first couple they won at the start of the series.
Good maths. Very good maths.
Thanks, man.
Someone say reverse sweep? Question mark. Oski
I didn't
Palmer,
know.
730 points. Toxic, 893 in a losing game. That's got to hurt.
Yeah, true. I mean, I feel like Toxic, as we've been saying, has been that player so far for Endpoint. But maybe I've been impressed with all of them. We've just now seen Oxygen go into that gear that we were saying that they had.
Yeah, Toxic was an absolute 8-save Susan there as well. Incredible.
It was an 8-save season.
Yeah,
Oh, can I talk about some things that have happened across the league play thus far?
Yeah, go on.
You don't seem very excited about it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Lunar Galaxy X Complexity. They managed to take down Espanyol. Espartaco.
Oh, that's what the X is. Oh, I see. I thought they were playing Complexity. I was looking for like, where's this X? But that is the team. I see.
Yeah,
I see,
that was 3-1. Then you've then got FGA. So that's fake GA. I'm still trying to get used to these little acronyms. Versus Resolve. I know that one. 3-1. Resolve losing their first series in the Shift Summer League. Jobless taking down at Suidad 3-0. Oxygen and Endpoint, that's of course still happening. And then 100%, they managed to take it down. Rocks, JJ Rocks. That was a 3-1 in that series.
So Jobless, my team to watch, nice 3-0 win, and Atomic from Lunar Galaxy X Complexity,
Nice.
another.
Did you do it with your arms?
Yeah, you can't prove otherwise.
True.
I didn't really.
I'll check the camera that I've got in your office.
Hello, I'm waving to it now. Can you see me?
Oh, you know about it? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's. Anyway, let's move on. Joyo is hoping that Oxygen can move on with a win after this series.
That's pretty good.
What do
20
you think of
seconds so
segues?
far, and it has been decent pressure so far for Endpoint, but just being let out of that is Archie with a reset. Joy and Oski
ignored my
both commissioned
question.
to that one. What did you say? I was talking.
I said, what do you think of segues, just in general, like when casters do it?
I like a good segue, and I also like seeing what Toxic has been doing in this series so far.
He has been good, but it's his two teammates, Arju and Matane, trying to combine here. Toxic might be the recipient, but Archie Walker is too speedy. It's beginning to look a little bit oxygenated up in here. Certainly seeing the better team at the moment after finally breaking through the Endpoint defense in the last series in the overtime. As Oski Palmer, I was going to say Kyle Palmer. That's mixing up multiple people.
What a player that'd be.
They've got everything, Kyle Palmer.
They do. What do you get a man who's got everything? Kyle Palmer.
Kyle Palmer. Can I have Kyle Palmer for Christmas?
Oh, go on then.
Yay. Oh, that's how you doink? Doink, double why is he back for it?
That, if that was a
doink.
double doink, an inaugural double doink on an epic sponsored event, I would have just gone crazy. Just outrageous. But
You'd have
no,
followed Shoutcasting, wouldn't you?
I would have gone ballistic. I'm in a new house and people haven't heard me cast here before. My neighbours, my usual neighbours in the house that I own, they're used to it. Not in this place. I'm just talking to people's gardens right now.
Wow. That would have been a beautiful thing, but it wasn't to be. Still could be good though. Matane almost there again. Endpoint are looking pretty strong though. Oxygen having to do some defending. It's looking tough. Until Joe comes forward and just flaps his car at the ball to set up Archie Walker. Flip reset into the ceiling, fakes it out, and then touches it. See you later, Arju. Didn't think I had it in you, did you, mate? But I did, says Archie. And then they counter-attack and might score, so, you know. What's happening?
Oh, I did get round one, and Toxic is going to be able to at least bump Oski. Makes it a little bit more awkward for him. Matane does follow up on it, managed to steal that back corner boost as well. So an attack can continue until that pinch in the back corner. It happens so frequently, I feel like, recently. Like, we've been seeing those back corner pinches. They're always quite scary. That's Archie also trying to dive in to try and keep now this pressure on the blue half of this brand new pitch that we're seeing.
Ooh, well played. Yeah, it's the back corner pinch meta. Seems to be in full force. The name of this map, oh, it's something Spanishy sounding.
We're rubbish, aren't we?
Like Vida.
Viva la vida.
Viva la vida.
Dun, dun,
Living la vida
dun, dun,
loca.
dun, 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 dun. Estadio Vida.
There you go, we said Vida. We actually said one of the right words.
You said Vida. I just started singing dun, 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 dun. You know.
I love how your reflex and instinct to prove me wrong even snaps in when I defend you and bring you up with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I gave us both
I
the
gave
win
you
that only
credit.
I got.
I gave you
Seemed
credit.
more like you were proving me wrong. You
And
did both
also-
in one. Very impressive.
I mean, the only person that I'm seeing prove anybody wrong is
Oh, look at that from
Arju.
Toxic.
Getting a goal here. Toxic can continue that pressure. Then opposite top corner, by the way. Thank you very much, Arju says.
He didn't say that.
Okay.
Just in case anyone was wondering if he said that in chat. Opposite corner, by the way, smiley face, though. That was never said. It was silent.
Oh.
He was a cool guy not looking at an explosion. There could be another explosion of attacks right now. from
Stop
Oxygen.
these. You sound like Shogun with all these segues.
I sound like Shogun?
You wish you sounded like Shogun.
Why, thank you. I do have a very bassy voice.
And big round head.
I do have a big round head. Man, I'll tell you what I do after the festival I went to. Go on.
I don't care.
Minute
Minute 15. Now, Endpoint. They have this lead, and this would mean it's going to be a series win for them. The first one is going to be huge, and Arju stretches, unable to make any contact on that ball. 20 seconds has gone, but not without pressure, falling back towards Endpoint.
Matane up against Joyo. Endpoint can sense victory. It's in their sights. They just have to see this away for 55 more seconds. They've made it this far. Can they get over the finishing line? What's the hardest game of all to win, Stumpy?
The mind game.
The final game, as we established the other day, we did the final lull.
All
He's
check.
Matane up against Archie Walker, and it's always tough in the final game. And it's an equalizer.
Bodied through from Walker. And a touchdown from Palmer is
what a
stunning.
fake.
Toxic tries to take a touch on it. Archie just
Archie.
waits patiently. And then it's just drive forward, force her own. 43 seconds. Oxygen, they stay alive in Series 1.
There was a beautiful little Abbott moment there from Arju. He was like, just hit the ball. Hit it. Hit him own net. It's fine. He can walk it again. Oh my goodness, I can turn this one on his head. Not quite on this occasion. Arju's bumped out the way. Oski Palmer's all up in there. Oski Palmer goes again. Joe's got 100 boost. After those boost pills, does the
Good
lad. Pass it to
pass.
Archie. It's a decent finish, but it's saved by Matane. Double save for him. Oski waits. Joe's in front of him. Joe's just searching for a boost, though. Having to go back over some pads.
Sure.
Quick reset gets their way, but we might be heading to another overtime unless Oxygen can break Endpoint's hearts again in regulation.
Oh, very awkward pinch going back behind Mr. Walker. His final five is going to fall purely from that pressure as well. Arju back corner. Central are a couple of his teammates. To the ground we go on Viva La Vida. No, it's not.
Living the Vida Loca.
Live La Vida Loca.
Yeah.
Which team is going to be playing
Endpoint.
upside? Which side is going to be playing inside out? And which team is going to be living La Vida Loca?
Well, Oxygen aren't living anymore because on La Vida Loca, they've lost. It's a smoking goal there from Matane. He slams it home. 2-1. Get out of here. Get out of here, Team England.
2-1. That's how it always ends, unfortunately. And Endpoint, what a dark horse we're seeing come out from them. Take Series 1 on this mainstream. They win it over an Oxygen team that was at the major. The only team as part of Europe that were at the major, by the way. And they've taken it 3-1 the series.
You could say that Oxygen used to rule the world and seas would rise and they gave the world.